The movie Life is Beautiful is centered on World War II, and it's a movie about Guido and his family's struggle to survive and stay together when sent to a concentration camp. The movie begins in 1939, just when the world in Italy begins to drastically change forever. When Italy became an Axis power and an ally for Germany, they were free to pass their own laws onto Jews. Jewish people had lived in Italy for over 2,000 years and had integrated fully into society by the 1930s. So there was relatively little anti-Semitism amongst Italians, and Jews could actually join the fascist party up until 1938. This all changed, of course.
Manifesto della razza, firmato dai più illuminati scienziati italiani. Egli, noi siamo orali, ci dimostrano che la nostra razza è una razza superiore, la migliore di tutte.
Education for children also changed as World War II raged on. Children were fascists of the future, and Mussolini took a keen interest in the state's education system and the youth organizations that existed in Italy. Inspectors came and bragged about the superior Aryan race and how they were better than other people. Boys were taught that fighting was as natural as girls giving birth. In retrospect, they were being brainwashed to hate Jewish people. Things changed in 1938 because of the anti-Semitic legislature that was enacted in July. Acts that were passed were like the removal of Jews from government positions and making public facilities inaccessible to Jewish people. These scenes depict this as a Jewish horse is painted on Guido's father's horse. Guido's father warns him that with these laws passing, he will have to get used to this, and probably even worse. Later, once Guido marries Nora, they have a child, Joshua, and 5 years later, anti-Semitism is seen again, with stores claiming how Jews are not allowed to shop there. People also had to mark their stores as Jewish businesses.
Gli ebrei non ce li vogliono, ognuno fa quello che gli pare. Là c'è un negozio là, che è un ferramenta, no? Loro per esempio non fanno entrare gli spagnoli e i cavalli.
In July of 1943, the Allies invaded southern Italy and the fascist regime collapsed. Hitler took over North Italy, and Mussolini created the Italian Social Republic. This was bad for Jewish people, since camps that had not took part in the extermination of Jews began to ship people to other camps in other countries where they would be killed. Guido's family is shipped to an unnamed concentration camp, but we believe it to be Auschwitz. In the movie, Nora stops the train in order to board with her family to go to the concentration camp. In reality, things like this probably did not happen. The movie is inaccurate, where upon arrival at the death camp, Guido was able to keep his son hidden for the duration of the time. In reality, young kids were instantly separated from their families once they arrived, usually to be killed since they were deemed unfit to do work. The issue of hunger and disease was not really seen through the movie, which made the camp seem less bad than they actually were. Also, in the scene where a German is going over the rules of the camp, Guido is translating it to be the rules for a game in order to keep his son Josh unaware of the dire situation they are in. We are almost supposed to ignore the fact that the other prisoners will be severely punished and killed if they don't understand the rules of the game. Throughout the movie Life is Beautiful, the Germans were portrayed as harsh, cruel people, while the Allies were portrayed as good, just heroes. At the end of the war, we can see that the American troops are liberating the death camp. But by this time in the war, the only camps that were open were Majdanek Lublin and Auschwitz. Both of these camps were actually liberated by the Soviets, not the Americans.
Here you go.